All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me for this week's Mindful Moments session. It's an honor to be able to host these sessions for you all. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Jean, and this week we are going to be focusing on the gratitude practice of waking up to joy, and specifically on the mindful quality of joy. So, joy is a deep sense of well being infused with delight. Mindfulness helps us recognize what brings us joy and what blocks it, so that when we have a choice, we can choose what brings us joy. So, talking about this week, we're going to be talking about the mindful quality of joy. It's a part of the 10 Qualities of Mindfulness series that I've been hosting. And next week, we will talk about another mindful quality. So, wake up to joy, shifting our thoughts from worry and anxiety to gratitude and joy. Our mornings set up the tone for the whole day. Doing short mental training practices geared toward positivity can make a noticeable difference in your mindset and your mood all day. So, just by doing this simple practice in the mornings and gearing our thoughts toward positivity, gratitude, and joy can impact our whole day and even our whole week if we do this practice just once each week. So we're going to be going through a general kind of guideline, a recommended process for the practice in the morning when waking up, trying to wake up to joy and gratitude with our thoughts in joy and gratitude. So the first thing we want to do is start by bringing awareness to each breath. So what this means is that we're going to focus on our breathing, noticing the air coming in and out of our bodies as we inhale and exhale, and also noticing how our bodies rise and fall with each breath. So allowing our breaths, breathing, the constant breathing to bring us to the present as we've just woken up. Next, after we've had a bit of breathing time, we can bring focus to our bodies. So what this means is that we're going to try to do a body scan and try to notice, just acknowledge any body sensations. And the purpose of this is again to try to bring your thoughts to the present as you are more aware of your body and anything that you might be feeling. Thirdly, we want to observe and allow our thoughts to come and go. So, along with the body scan and with our breathing, we're going to try to eliminate our thoughts that maybe think about past or the future. We want to focus on the now, and we want to try to avoid planning ahead for the day or something. Just allow ourselves to have some quiet time and some calm time before we start our day. So using our tools of awareness with breathing to direct our thoughts to the present. And if you notice any worries, try and imagine as if they were floating away on the river, as you see in this background. And finally, directing our thoughts to gratitude. So the important thing here, when we're talking about directing our thoughts to gratitude, is to be specific about what you're grateful for. In order to start our day with a grateful and joyful mindset. So first, uh, maybe if we can't think of anything very specific, we can start by thinking of specific categories, such as home life, family, friends. For me, I have school, so I could direct my thoughts toward being grateful for my teachers, my classmates, and kind of let the gratitude settle in. And before we start our day, we can also start by putting a smile on our face. And after we do all of this, kind of notice how this impacts our whole day, how it impacts our mindset, our mood, or maybe even our productivity. There may be some noticeable changes. It may not happen immediately, but it will happen gradually as this becomes a daily habit or a weekly habit that we do. So now that we have talked about this process, we're going to try to practice this in our mindful practice. But before we do that, I would like us all to take 3 deep breaths. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. All right, enjoy. right. Now that we have finished our weekly mindful practice, we are going to move on to our discussion questions. So thinking about these questions, what are some things you look forward to each day? So this kind of ties to what we are grateful for, what makes our day joyful for us, how are gratitude and joy connected, and why is it important to reinforce gratitude and joy in the morning? Why can't we, for example, do it in the afternoon or the evening even? So for me, some things I look forward to each day since I attend school virtually. I look forward to meeting my, going to class virtually and getting to see my teachers and my classmates. Um, and with this virtual environment, it's nice to kind of still be able to learn and also interact with my classmates and my teachers. So that's one of the most important things that I look forward to each day. For how gratitude and joy are connected, I believe that with being grateful, with directing our thoughts to gratitude and actively trying to seek uh, things in our lives that we're grateful for, naturally, uh, joy is going to come to us. We're going to feel more joyful as we feel more grateful. And it's important to reinforce gratitude and joy in the morning because the morning sets the tone for the whole day. It's a new beginning and kind of a fresh slate, start new. And by reinforcing this in the morning, we're kind of setting up a foundation for later in the day, for the rest of our day, so that it will positively impact our mindset and the thoughts that we have. Instead of doing it in the afternoon, then um, that would most likely only impact the latter half of the day. Whereas if we do it in the morning, we can take advantage of the whole day to have these grateful thoughts and joyful thoughts. All right, so we're going to wrap up with a quote that relates to what we were talking about this week, waking up to joy. The joy we feel has little to do with the circumstances of our lives and everything to do with the focus of our lives. And I just wanted to mention a special source to cite the National Geographic Everyday Mindfulness issue. I took this source as an inspiration for some of the content in this session and previous sessions. So thank you. Thank you so much for joining me this week for this week's Mindful Moment session. I hope you enjoyed it. And feel free to leave me any feedback or ask any questions. I'd be more than happy to talk. And I hope you all have a mindful week ahead of you. Thank you again for joining me today.